What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming, the show where we talk about gaming news. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And a quick reminder to download and play Heavy Rain and Absolver if Heavy Rain will fucking work for you. Watch the prior video if you want to know what I'm talking about. Download those, play those on PlayStation Plus, and come back to the month for Plus Club. Let us know what you thought of those games. We'll let you know what we thought of them. And our game of the month is Earth Defense Force 4.1. Play that if you have it, if you've played before. Let us know what you thought of that as well for game of the month at the end of the month. And if you haven't played it and you're curious about it, stick around, probably be streaming it soon, or go pick it up because it's a fucking awesome game and I highly recommend it. So with that, we have 4 bits of news, but real quick, you heard about the Uncharted thing?
The bullet sponge theory, or not theory, but explanation. Yeah.
So apparently, and I'm sure everybody knows about it already, but I thought it was really interesting, not quite newsworthy. It was something I wanted to bring up. Apparently, it's been revealed that in Uncharted, when you're getting shot at and it's building up to the point where you die, so most games your health's going down, the red actually means that you're running out of luck, and then when that runs out, the bullet actually kills Nathan Drake.
Yeah, so he's just a bullet dodger.
So he's going, whoa, yeah. That was really interesting because, I mean, I would have went the rest of my life never worrying about that. And then I read that and I was like, wow, it's actually really interesting because he's kind of a rogue character anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, the idea of, like, him just, like, getting shot at and not getting hit.
Just being super lucky.
Yeah, was really interesting. Also, I forgot to say, we have a Discord. Make sure to join that. We talk about random shit like we just did just now. And also, we're on everywhere you can listen to podcasts. Links down below. We're even on Spotify now. So make sure to check that out. Also, we just hit 400 subs, which is insane for me, for us in general. You know, this is for fun, obviously. So getting to 400 is amazing. And thank you guys for sticking around and subbing and hanging out and joining the conversation.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Let's just jump into the fucking news because I'm taking forever to get to this. So first bit of news, with our community, you probably already know this, but just throwing it out there, Monster Hunter World is finally has a date for it to be coming out for PC after so long. People have been waiting for that. It is August 9th, coming out to Steam, so next month, which is crazy. It's coming out that quickly. If you pre-purchase it on Steam, you'll get pretty much what they got on, or what we got on console, which is the Origin Armor and the Fairwind Charm. And if you get the Digital Deluxe edition, you'll get the console equivalent of, let's see, where is it? Samurai Armor, 3 Gestures, Zen, Ninja Star, and Sumo Slap, 2 sticker sets, and a face paint and hairstyle option. And I think that's about everything. It's going to run 60 frames per second. Should at least, right?
Yes, and support 4K.
And support 4K. So yeah, pretty cool. Good to know when it's actually coming out, and a lot sooner than I assumed. What do we think about it coming out finally for PC? Being announced only a month out, and yeah. Oh, also the events will be on a different schedule, I guess, on PC. So they said to keep track of the Twitter to know when those are happening on there. So yeah, what do we think about that? And also, what do we think about people finally getting a chance to play it who have been waiting for this on PC?
I mean, I don't think it's going to be a surprise that I think, and I'm sure you feel the same way, that this is awesome, that it is being given another avenue for people to play. So for any of you who are kind of on the fence on whether or not to wait, the wait's not that long at this point. If you prefer playing games on your PC, it's there. I don't think I could say it enough. If you're even thinking about buying this game, buy it.
Yep.
It's amazing. They deserve the support on it. I'd love to see them continue making more Monster Hunters in the future because they went just completely the right route with this game. So
definitely, yeah, we've been obviously big fans of the series for a while, and this new one, we all loved it. Played the shit out of it. You guys still play a little bit. I haven't touched in a while, but my schedule with games is very hectic. I'm always playing something new every week. But I loved it. I put in almost 200 hours into it, which is chump change compared to most people in the community. I know some of you guys got some high numbers in there, but the game's awesome. So I'm really excited for people who whether they wanted to wait or they had to wait. I'm glad you guys get to play it because
Rob,
it's been way too long of a wait for you guys, and it's finally coming. And you guys are going to have a really crispy looking game to play, and it's awesome. I mean, you already know that. You've probably heard a million people say that already, but I'm just confirming it. I don't know anybody that dislikes this game. It's so good. So I'm really stoked for people to get to play it on PC. I've humored the idea of picking it up myself, even though I don't know if I have the time to invest in another account of it. I already bought 2 copies on PS4, so but I'm not opposed to supporting the game because I loved it. So this is just awesome all around. And I always love when people announce a date for release that's not like 3 or 4 years later. Right. So like them finally going like, oh, it's August 9th. That's right around the corner pretty much. So I mean, you have a little bit of time to get that hype going again, get excited, and then you'll be playing in no time. So really cool. I'm excited for people to play. I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'd be surprised if it looked better. But that would be a nice treat for PC players.
Yeah.
So
I assume it'll be a little cleaner looking. I don't think they're going to put a bunch of work into. Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure it'll have like options for anti-aliasing, stuff like that.
Yeah, that would just be on by default or something. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else?
No, we'll just sit here and say how awesome it is the whole time. So
yeah, I mean that's all we really can say. So let us know in the comments. Are you one of the people who've been waiting to play it on PC? Let us know why you waited. Is that like your only option? Is that what you prefer? Did you play it on PS4? You're gonna pay or Xbox, and you're gonna pick it up for PC. Let me know everything you're thinking about when it comes to Monster Hunter in general, but also releasing on PC. Next bit news.
So TennoCon just happened, and among a lot of the news that came out of there, the one we're gonna cover here is that if you
not to throw you off, sorry.
No,
if you guys are expecting a reaction to the stuff that happened at TennoCon, we will be talking about that later this week. So stay tuned for that because there's a lot of shit that was shown off that we have to talk about. So that'll be coming soon. We're just covering this real quick because it'll fit the format of this episode better. So
all right.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. So if you have a Nintendo Switch, you're going to be able to play Warframe soon. The company Panic Button is going to be working on bringing the game over. They also worked on Wolfenstein 2 and Doom for Bethesda and Rocket League for Psyonix. So what do we think about the Switch getting... Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. This is a nice little tidbit of information for people to hear as well. So originally GameSpot, when they reviewed Warframe, they gave it a 6 out of 10, saying it had some problematic menus and pale in comparison to Warframe's real problem, a pervasive tendency towards repetition. Whether you're forging ahead with a high-level suit or leveling up a new one, Warframe repeats enemies, environments, and scenarios too frequently. So what do we think about the Switch getting Warframe? Mm-hmm. What do we think, and I can take a wild guess here, but about their review of the game? And yeah.
I'm really excited for it to come out for Switch. The thing I was really interested, though, here is they're saying that they're looking at a way to approach the offline play on Switch. Considering it is a mobile platform. And people are probably going to want to play it when they're not at home. Obviously, you could probably create a hotspot and play it, but it would be really interesting if they find a way to have offline play. So that's apparently something they're thinking about. But yeah, I think this is awesome. More ways to play Warframe is great. I actually never thought about it coming out for Switch, so this is a really cool surprise. As for the review, I don't know when they did this review, but they should probably play it again. I know later in the review as well too, they say that the game has a crazy following, which I mean I can attest to because we're part of that. But this is awesome. For anybody who's on Switch who want to play this game, now you have the option to do it. For anybody who has a Switch who already is playing on something else and wants to try it out, you can. It's cool. I'm really excited to see how it plays, and the aspect of portability is really cool to me. It'd be really cool. I know it's been in the news a lot lately, but crossplay would be great for this one, just because it'd be cool to take this over to your friend's house and just play with them there. But I guess if they're playing on Switch, you can already play with them, so it's cool.
Yeah, I mean that crossplay is super complicated with Warframe too, because each console has their own login credentials for that one. And
doesn't all the updates release separately?
Yeah, because they go through cert on consoles versus PC's live updates. Mm-hmm. This is amazing. These guys continuously make this game look better, run, better, add more stuff to it. And I know one of the main programmers there, Steve, is constantly trying to make the game able to be ran on even old, like super old systems. So it's really cool how much I really appreciate, I should say, how much passion goes into this game. It's crazy because like they want to make sure that everyone has access to this experience, and they don't half-ass it, which I really appreciate. Now, obviously, this isn't going to be fully them. Panic Button is going to be a huge part of this, but if I'm not mistaken, Wolfenstein 2, Doom, and Rocket League all work just fine on Switch. So I also think that's the same company that said or asked Capcom if they could take a shot at bringing Monster Hunter World to Switch. So.
Oh, interesting.
So I think this is kind of their thing. They want to bring games to the Switch, which is neat.
Well, with a game like Warframe too, it's a PC game, so it's gonna have multiple. It's gonna have a better array of graphical options than a game that's made purely for a console,
right?
Because it's gonna be made for like the parameters of what the console can handle.
As far as the offline stuff, I think it's neat they're even thinking of that, because they don't have to, because Warframe is an online game, and you kind of you know what you're getting into, I think, in most cases. But if I were to think of a way myself how they could approach that, I know like the old handheld Monster Hunters let you download quests. Maybe if they let you do that before you went out, then you could just single player them.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be a way to do it. And then my
maybe even allowing you to access your crafting too, like initiate things.
Yeah.
Or like when they're finished, you can still get in there and like finish it up and then start something else or something.
Well, I know with their app on your phone, you can do your crafting. So it probably wouldn't be that far fetched.
Yeah.
Excuse me. This guy's review, though, I mean, obviously people are gonna have their own opinions about what they feel in a game, but a 6 out of 10 I think is a little harsh, especially for.
That's why I didn't really elaborate too much. I didn't really say a whole lot about it in general, but that review's got to be older. If it's not, I don't know. There is repetition in there, but there's so many different things to do that, like, if you're repeating the same thing over and over again, you're probably farming for one thing when there's a lot of things you'd be farming for.
Yeah. The only credit I could really give is it is going to have repetition in the sense of grind, because it is essentially an MMO, so that is kind of the name of the game. And if that's not your playstyle, it's not your playstyle. But I think, and we said this a million times, but the gameplay itself makes that not feel that way to me, I guess.
Yeah, and the social aspects as well.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's really I think I'd have been a little more understanding of a 7 than a 6, even though it's not a huge difference. It still, I think, screams a whole lot more than 6 does. So I don't know. Rambling.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's awesome. So if you got a Switch and it's your only system, totally recommend downloading this.
Are you gonna try it on there?
I don't want to start over, but I might try it to just see how it runs.
I would say I want to see how it runs on there and how it plays. Other than that, though, yeah, I couldn't imagine fucking starting over.
No,
at this point,
not happening.
Let us know in the comments. What do you think about Warframe coming to Switch? Are you going to play it on there? If you haven't started playing the game yet, why haven't you played it? You're not really into that kind of game, and like I said, we're going to be covering stuff from TennoCon here later this week. So let us know in the comments what specifically you guys would like us to cover. And yeah, next bit of news. So let's see. EA has acquired a company called Industrial Toys, which is ran by former CEO and co-founder of Bungie, Alex Seropian. I hope that's how you say it. He has worked on many games outside of Bungie, some of them being Pirates of the Caribbean, Armada of the Damned, and that's what it says. He also has 2 games through his company now called Midnight Star and Midnight Star Renegade, which feature music from System of Down's Serge Tankian, and their games are mobile games for core gamers. There's 14 of the guys who work for them, and they're focusing on bringing new concepts to life. They said, "We are thrilled to have them join our studio organization, pursue new ideas together, and bring amazing new games to our players." What do we think about EA acquiring this company? What do you think we can expect from them? And are we excited?
I think it's funny that this guy went from founding, being co-founder of Bungie, and so I imagine that means like the old marathon days is what they're talking about before even Halo.
Why?
Well, because that was Bungie's original games.
Yeah, but why wouldn't he? Did he not? Does it say he didn't work on Halo?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's funny to see a guy who started there and then became acquired by Microsoft. Halo left to go do the indie thing, like a lot of people do in the industry, just to be purchased by another huge company again. So,
he must be really good about selling companies.
Yeah. As far as excitement, it's hard to be excited because I don't know anything that these people have made. Like,
I don't know any of those games.
What you just read to me. So yeah. Mobile gaming is such a weird thing because like a lot of people, like almost everyone plays a mobile game, but you're not playing them the same way you're playing console games. It's such a casual experience. So like, even in the case that I might have tried these games, I really I have a hard time believing it's for core gamers, just because I don't think the device really allows for it.
No, there's not a whole lot of games for mobile that really are anything beyond a casual experience. So
yeah, I mean, I play like a lot of Brave Exvius, for example, but like that's still like bite size, and accessible. I guess is what I'm looking for. So like I can just shut it off anytime. I can also spend all day on it. It just depends on what you're looking for at the time. It'll be interesting to see if they do kind of go off this focus to bringing new gaming concepts to life, because if there is a platform that is in everyone's hand and could use new concepts, I think mobile market's a good place for it. It's also very swamped though, so it's a big task.
Yeah, I agree. The most interesting thing here for me is EA acquiring another company. The last company they acquired was Respawn, who makes Titanfall. So, and I don't care if they acquired them or not. I'm just happy that company's still around making games because I love Titanfall 2. It was really good. Can't wait for another one. So, I mean, that was a good acquisition by them. So I'm hoping they see something with these guys that makes it worth them picking up. I could see these guys maybe making an already existing property that EA owns, maybe on mobile, since they have that background, or perhaps just continuing working on whatever the fuck System of Down's fucking music said. But yeah, it's interesting. I'll be curious to see what they do, but it's a mobile gaming company, so I'm like the last guy who's really into mobile gaming. So on like almost anything, not just phones. So yeah, I'm definitely curious, but more so on why EA picked them up than anything. But we'll see where they go with it. So with that guy's pedigree, it's kind of like seeing Peter Molyneux go from oh shit, what the fuck was his company? The guys who made yes, thank you. Go from Lionhead to making like whatever the fuck 12 Cans or what the hell it's called, his indie developed company, and then he left that, I think, after Goddess or whatever. So yeah, seeing someone with that kind of potential move down to something like that almost seems like they're more so like trying to just get like a more relaxed environment to work in and make money. Which I can get behind. Like you make some great games and there's a lot of stress to that. You might want to just find a nice, easy way to retirement.
You always hear about the stress in like AAA development.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what these guys do. But other than that, like, with that pedigree, it would have been more exciting to see him working on something that really shows off where he comes from and not, a fucking search tanking game.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the game, but
it's sticking out though.
I just keep looking at that. I'm like, I don't care about that.
Kind of curious to go check out those games and see like what
they are. Yeah.
Store, yeah.
Yeah. Let's on the comments. What do you guys think about EA acquiring another company, Industrial Toys? What do you think about the guy's pedigree coming from co-founding Bungie? And have you played Midnight Star Renegade? Let me know what you think of them if you have. And what do you hope to see these guys make if you're into mobile games? Last bit of news.
All right, so bear with me. I am not the most knowledgeable Fortnite person. So... but speaking of Fortnite, they're getting ready to roll into Season 5, and their more recent promotion started with a rocket launch that opened cracks in the sky, and rifts began swallowing parts of the game world. In the desert of Palmdale, California, a photographer by the name of Sela Shiloni, apologize if I butchered the name, found a hamburger, which they had a name for here somewhere. Greasy Grove's Der Burger. I hate that name.
I love Der Burger.
And apparently this guy doesn't even play games. He put it on Twitter, and then he also followed up with a video to make sure, to prove it wasn't photoshopped. There was also a police car nearby that accompanied a sign that says, "The site is unstable. Beware of possible effects." There was also an agent near the Der Burger sign handing out a miscellaneous card with a phone number. I'm not familiar with this, but Deserto reports that the audio from the phone call has been decoded, and it points to the coordinates of the Greasy Grove, which is another clue of incoming, or indicate another clue incoming to that location soon. Let's see if there's any more things here. The rifts in the game seem to be taking modern day objects and replacing them with like historical objects. And an example they give is a Greek anchor appeared near snobby shores. What do you think about Epic's, essentially their promotional campaign and the lengths they're going with it?
Okay, so first off, this dude's name is Sela Shiloni from California. I mean, that sounds like a shway bro to me. So he's probably out there surfing on the sand. Fucking and like saw this Greasy Grove Durburg. He's like, "Whoa, bro, what the fuck's that?" Took a picture, found that. It's really interesting. I know this was in the game, and then it's now not in the game, and now it's in real life. So all this tells me is this game, and I already knew this, but this game's fucking huge. If they're doing shit like this, this is like this reminds me of it's a lot smaller scale, but like that Adult Swim like neon sign that I think was like Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, something like that. It was under a bridge, and they called the bomb squad in because someone saw that. You know,
I don't.
This is a long time ago, but they were promoting Adult Swim, and someone just put like as a promotional thing, just a sign or some shit under a bridge in New York or something, and they called the bomb squad in because they're like, "What the fuck's that?" Like
that backfired.
So, well, I mean, people talked about it.
Yeah.
So at least they didn't call the bomb squad in on Durburger here. But I think this is cool. I actually really want to see more stuff like this, and it seems like we're gonna because, like they said, more stuff is disappearing from the world. I'm so out of the loop when it comes to Fortnite because like I used to play like Save the World edition. I bought that back before even the fucking Battle Royale started, and now it's so much into that, but like there's a fucking ongoing evolving story that's happening into these seasons, which I think is really neat. People are saying that like I forgot what article it was, but they're saying like Overwatch could learn something from these guys, so apparently they're doing it really well. And I think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool way to promote it. I want to know who the fuck was like, okay, let's drop off Durburger out in that fucking desert.
Right.
Like, there's just a truck out like at like 3 a.m, dropping this fucking thing off, hoping that Sela Shiloni is gonna find that shit. That's so weird, but I mean, it's cool. As for the ongoing cracks happening, even like a month ago, 2 months ago, I kept hearing about all these things, like the asteroid that was falling, and like there was like bunkers showing up and stuff. And back then it was like more of a mystery. Now it's like obviously the mystery is what's going to happen, but like people are now expecting events to happen, which is really neat. It just shows overall that that Epic not only is taking this game serious in its popularity, but they're also like really having fun with it. which is awesome to see because there's so many people who make like big games and just ride the fucking wave.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we did it, and like they're not. They're just going above and beyond with this. It's
sure.
And I don't even play the fucking game, but I respect like the fucking hustle. It's awesome to see.
And the one you said there that was exactly what I wanted to say is they're having a blast with this.
Yeah,
which is great. They already have, and forgive the term here, but a money pit that they've made. And they don't have to do anything else.
It's that desert with Durburger in it.
But they are doing more. It's involving people even more. It's going to make them continue coming to the game, especially because they're essentially, doing, like you said, almost like a story that's happening, or just like an evolution in one map. They're doing all this,
Well, this actually makes a lot of sense now too, because originally they were saying they weren't going to be making another map anytime soon, and people were upset by that. And now it's making sense. It's like beyond the point where it's going to make sense, but like in retrospect, it makes sense now that they were like, we're not going to make a new map because they're making an evolving map. I mean, the map's changed physically. There's been like a huge hole like made from it and all stuff. So if you're playing this game constantly, when you relog in every season or whatever, the map has changed now. So there's like a element of like community and excitement. I can only imagine, which is really fucking neat. So yeah, I mean, they're doing an excellent job on keeping the game fresh and interesting for people who are super into it. One thing that, and not to really bring them up, but like one thing that I feel like PUBG, their major criticism is just lack of exciting new things to it. Obviously, they've put out new maps, but I think 2 at this point. But people are still really complaining, and some people are even saying that the people on console got ripped off.
Really?
So, yeah. They're saying essentially it's a scam because they paid the money for this game and nothing really is happening with it.
Wow. Okay.
So it's really interesting to see just these, and I'm not really playing either of these games. I like both of them, but I don't really play them. But it's interesting just to see the perception.
For sure.
Of like the fanfare and excitement for fucking Fortnite and the people who are like, and there's definitely people who really love PUBG. If you go onto Twitter and someone mentions this game, people are like, PUBG's better, blah, blah, blah. And that's to each their own thing. But as the support of it, people are way more happy with Fortnite support than they are with PUBG.
Well, I'll say what I take away from not only obviously the story, but you talking about like PUBG is that any company out there, and I'm gonna go ahead and specifically point to H1Z1 right now as well. This is like your prime opportunity to get that realistic version of a battle royale game niche in and go wild with it as well, because obviously the original, the original, not what I wanted to say, the first big one, PUBG, obviously, is falling behind in that. So if you want that market, now's the time to do it. And there's a lot of lessons to be learned from Epic here, I think. So
definitely, I think there's a lot of lessons to be learned from Epic for any game out there right now that has an online community, because
except for Warframe.
Well, yeah, Warframe's the best, but Fortnite has just been the perfect example of how to keep people engaged with a game that otherwise should be a repetitive experience that people should be burnt out of by now.
For sure.
So, I mean, that's masterful that they're even... I'm just really happy to see somebody with stupid success, like, not get, like, lazy. It's awesome. Sure. It's awesome. They're only getting better at what they're doing. So it just shows that the guys working on the game, guys and girls working on the game, are fucking just killing it, loving it, and it's coming back into the community, and it's coming into real life apparently. And I'm waiting to see when somebody tries to steal that fucking dirt burger, because I would love that thing in my backyard. All right. Anything else you want to say on that?
No.
All right, let us know in the comments what do you think about Fortnite into Season 5. What are some things happening with Season 5 that we should know about as two people who do not play the game? What do you think about Der Burger showing up in real life? What do you think is going to show up and where from the game? And yeah, just let us know something about Fortnite because we don't really play it. But that's going to do it for this episode of Tasty Tuesday on Tasty Loot Gaming. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook at Tasty Loot Gaming. Check out my streams on Twitch at Tasty Senpai, all one word. Hit the notification button to know when I go live. You can also see the streams on this channel right here. You don't have to go anywhere. We're on all podcast platforms, including Spotify, so check that out if you want to listen to us. And if you are listening to us and you want to watch us, come to YouTube at Tasty Loot Gaming. Discord, we got a Discord down in the description. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. And yeah, my name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
Until the next episode, which will be later this week, we'll be talking about TennoCon for sure, so come back for that. But until then, have a good week, guys, and take it easy.